Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Titanfall. Tonight we have two very heavily stacked teams. We have our usual sides, the IMC and the Militia, the blue and the orange. Tonight we will be competing on the War Games map with attrition as the game mode, and me playing very conservatively, trying to suffer through a broken controller. Oh, slightly broken. I broke it in a fit of rage earlier today. So, today's actual purpose is I wanted to talk to you about cheating, actually. Very interesting topic, honestly. I'm seeing a couple of different YouTube commentators kind of voicing their opinion on this, and I wanted to kind of bring my side to the story. I've been playing video games for a while, and a long while. Maybe not as long as some of these people, considering I'm not as old as some of these people, but I've been playing video games basically since I was old enough to understand the difference between the A and the B button. So, back when I started playing video games, cheating wasn't what it is today. Which I know sounds kind of like I'm defending it, but hear me out. Back then, cheating, its big thing was knowing what the button combination was. And whether you were the kid on the block that memorized the Konami code, or whether you knew how to get moon gravity in any of the Tony Hawk games, or whether you knew how to get behind all the tiles on Super Mario Bros. And run straight to the exit. Back then, cheating was, not to say built into the game, but it wasn't necessarily as game-breaking, or it was things that were built in that you gained over time. Prime example was Tony Hawk games. If you knew the code for moon gravity, for perfect grind balance and all that, then you were basically golden, and you knew these things, you shared them with your friends, but a lot of times you were at least knowledgeable enough to either have already finished the game or use them and have fun with them, but still focusing on the game. Nowadays, the other hand, the cheating, the one that bugs me, is now you have people modding code and just, messing with other people's internet connections, and it's just gotten to kind of an invasive level, honestly. It's a bit, it's kind of creepy, actually, because if you think about it, not only are they affecting the code in the game that you bought, and a prime example with that, a little bit of a segue, but still under the topic of cheating, a prime example of the affecting the game that I purchased would be Modern Warfare 1, or COD 4. Depending on what you want to call it, or it's both of them, actually. I cannot for the life of me find a non-modded lobby or a lobby with no modders or cheaters in it for Modern Warfare 1 anymore. Mind you, yes, I only paid like $5 for the game at GameStop, but the premise is these cheaters are affecting my ability, and I know it sounds selfish, but they are affecting my ability to play this game that I purchased. So it's a bit of an annoyance, actually, to put the game in, to hop on it. I know I'm really late on getting the game, but whatever. I was late on getting a 360. Pfft. I had a GameCube. Amazing console. But anyways, so I had to deal with this and come to the realization that either I need to learn to deal around this, or I just can't play the game, or I keep lobby searching for days on end, because I see on YouTube people getting non-modded lobbies, but generally it's with their own friends, and that can get kind of boring when you're trying to play pub matches. So, I picked TitanFall, actually, because TitanFall has been kind of an outlier to this problem. I mean, sure, they've had a couple of issues here and there, and they still have a couple of issues, but they're all game design issues that are, I don't want to say easy to fix, because I know the game design process is not easy. I know that both firsthand and vicariously. However, they are not the game-breaking mods and cheats that people are using, like in Call of Duty, and I've heard people doing it in Battlefield. Personally, I haven't seen it yet, but in Battlefield 3 and 4, I've heard a lot of people doing that. And it's the same, like, people are putting it into many other games. I heard Forza was having some issues. Again, I don't know that personally. I'm not a super big racing games fan. I like Need for Speed on the Xbox because I like flinging cars off of buildings. But, that is a big issue, and another giant contender to this is GTA. GTA 5, I've been hearing a lot about God mode, I've been hearing a lot of the infinite money cheats, and the big problem with that, and a prime example, we'll actually use GTA as an example for this. So say you have your little infinite money cheat, and you use it, and that's great. You have all the monies in the world. If that word gets out and you start giving that to other people, it then becomes a problem. I'm not saying that if you keep it to yourself, you're good, but you're less of an issue. The thing is, though, something eventually will get out, or other people will start to do it. Then the powers that be at Rockstar that control the multiplayer aspect will then have to at least either stop or slow down the new content design process to focus on fixing this glitch or this bug that you found, or fixing the holes that you're using to exploit it, whether it's your own like code input or it's any type of glitches or anything. Whatever it is that you are running, you then take the time away from them focusing completely on new content to come and fix whatever little tiddly bit thing that you found. So that is another big issue, is not only are you causing yourself distraught by not getting the fun out of the game, by cheating ahead, then you also ruin everybody else's chance at getting new content quicker, because you're now wasting the creator's time to come back and fix these little glitches. Now, I understand, you're going to say, well, there's cheats that don't affect it. Like, we used to have cheats like big head mode and invisibility, and those are fine, but it's still in the same vein. Now, yes, they're not game-breaking, but they are still an issue. So, when I come back to Titanfall, it doesn't really have... I mean, sure, I'm a little bit biased because I love Titanfall. And I love, that Respawn Entertainment came back with a killer game. And I know people are going to argue saying that, it doesn't have cheaters, it doesn't have that many players. No, it doesn't have cheaters because A, Respawn is good at what they do, and B, there's really not much to hack. I mean, because you have a great game in the first place. COD you're going to hack because they have crappy framework, and because it's at the point with COD, not to segue too far, but I mean, aside from the new Call of Duty that's coming out, that's basically Call of Duty Titanfall Edition, it's really, it's getting to the point where you can't not hack it, not to use a double negative, which sounds very ignorant, but it's very hard not to hack it solely because there's nothing left to do. So, and it's also aggravating because, you have modders that are, I'm not going to say high-level modders, but you have the modders that know what they're doing, and they can mask what they're doing, and they give you, the instant ranks, or the have God mode on, or invisibility, or whatever it is. And invisibility is a big problem in Modern Warfare 3. And, sure, those guys is for a while, and then, whoever it may be, Infinity Ward, or what's left of them, will turn around and get their banhammer out, and they'll do their thing, and they're gone, and moves on to the next modder. But it's when you have, like, the 10-year-olds that are rocking lag switches because their older brother or someone hooked it up for them, that's when it gets aggravating, because that's instilling, in my opinion, a bad message on the kids that, oh, look, I can cheat without any repercussions. And the issue is nowadays there is a different discernment, in my opinion, because for video game players like me in my, quote, generation, even though I'm not that old, we view games either as art or as a way to waste time, or maybe even on the competitive level, versus younger kids actually can and a lot of times use games like GTA and Call of Duty, things like that, to at least a subconscious level work out different situations that could go on later in their life, or situations they come up in their own imagination, therefore they go and work it out. So the ability to cheat then installs or instills in them that kind of underlying mentality, again, whether it is conscious or subconscious. So that is my kind of input on the whole cheating thing. Personally, I just say, guys, quit it and just work on the game. I swear you'll get more fun out of it. I understand there's people that cheat just because they want to see the world burn. I get that. I mean, you're a dick, but I understand that that's your purpose for buying the game. Hey, at least you spent money on the game. So, until next time, this is the Facial Hair, as always, and I will be seeing you.
Warning, we are being attacked by multiple Titans. radioing your target. The target has been eliminated. Activating shield core. You now have increased shield capacity.
We're in the lead, pilot. Keep it up.
Friendly Titan has ejected. Shield core offline.
He's going to hold a grudge, eh? All units return to HQ. We are terminating this mission effective immediately.
Mission aborted. Proceed to nearest evac point for evacuation. Enemy pilot presence not detected at the evac point. Recommend proceeding to the evac point before dropship departure.
Pressure streak.
Dropship has arrived. Commencing evacuation procedures.